Hey there, Clashers, and welcome back. The summer update is here. Let's take a look at what it brought. Now, coming off of the Clan Capital update, we knew this wasn't going to be a big update, but they did bring some very interesting changes in this update. Of course, we do have some buffs. We do have some nerfs on defense as well. Some of the troops that were buffed, we got P.E.K.K.A.s, Bowlers, Valkyries, and the interesting one being Super Valkyries. We're going to see how those kind of play out over the next couple of weeks, especially in these tournaments that are ongoing. I will be interested to see if the Super Valkyrie can finally find a spot in the meta. Ever since the Super Valkyrie has been released, it has been unused. It's not really found a place in the game yet. Now, of course, one of the big things here, if we go to the training troop thing, troops no longer cost resources, which is pretty interesting. I think this is a good change, particularly for the lower level people. They're not going to have to spend so many resources on training their army. They can put more into walls. That's really going to be the big thing here, but walls usually take quite a bit. They're quite the grind to get through. So it's going to be nice, not just the walls, but the heroes as well. What used to cost lots of Dark Elixir is an army that can be trained up now to practice with and to farm with, like Mass Witches. And it's not going to cost you any Dark Elixir. You're still going to be able to collect that for your heroes. So here's a look at some of the balance changes that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Some interesting nerfs here. We've got the Archer Tower, the Expo, the Inferno Tower. Red Air Bombs actually got a buff. So Red Air Bombs getting a buff could be an indirect nerf to Lalo, but I think the nerf to the other defenses might offset that. So interesting to see if that shakes out. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing fewer Lalo attacks just because they've been so prominent in the meta for the last couple of months. So it would be good to see things shaken up. We'll see if this update is able to do that. Of course, the Mortar got a pretty significant buff, but I feel like significant's kind of a strong word when talking about the Mortar in any case. Especially since the only army that's really going to be affected by this, that's being used at the moment, is Hybrid, and you're still not even seeing a whole lot of that, and I still don't think that the Mortar's really going to do anything to Hybrid. So here we go with the P.E.K.K.A. buffs. That's a decent little buff for level 7. Sneaky Goblins actually got a nerf, so that'll be interesting with people taking down town halls and clan castles with Sneaky Goblins. We'll see if that is affected at all. Giant Bombs got a buff. The Flame Flinger was changed, kind of a nerf and a buff. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. We got a Bowler buff, we got the Valkyrie buff, of course, and then the Super Valkyrie changes and overall buffs. Again, really interested in seeing how the Super Valkyrie shakes out. It would be cool to see it in the meta for once. We got a very small Clone Spell buff. The Heal Spell, I think that's for the Clan Capital, not really relevant to the main village. And then Skelly Spell got a tiny buff. There are a few things I would have liked to have seen, but overall I'm not going to complain. I do think this is a pretty decent update considering it is a small update. And the other huge thing that came in this update was the ability to gem donate any super troop no matter if you have it unlocked or not. That's huge. That's an update for the super troop system that I've been asking for a while, and that is probably one of the best quality of life things they could have given us, in my opinion. So super happy to see that. I don't have to sit around and wait for hours to get super wizards if I'm not donating to myself, which is just a big pain. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore, and I don't have to unlock it on my alternate accounts just to donate to myself. So even self-donating is going to be improved with this. And of course, having the gold pass makes this part of the update that much better. But even without that, now you have at least an option to gem troops that you otherwise, before this update, would not have been able to donate in any way unless you unlocked that super troop. Even though it's a bit more expensive without the gold pass, it's still a nice little addition to the game. Now that's my quick little ramble about this update. If you want to see how the new changes to the troops are going to affect the competitive scene, be sure to catch me live on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming some matches over the next week in the evening in my time, so Eastern time. If you want to catch those wars, be sure to click that link down in the description below to find my Twitch channel and give that a follow. Of course, I will also bring some of those attack replays to this YouTube channel, so if you haven't done so yet, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you all next time.